a whole lot of stuff about television. So, I mean, I think the best thing to do between now and when you graduate is just to talk to as many alumni, as many people, as many professors as you can to get an idea for maybe what you'd be interested in when you graduate. Get an idea if, you know, if you'd be more into writing, if you'd be more into, you know, television production, if you'd be more into marketing. So kind of, I think between now and graduation, it's important to kind of get to know your interests and get to know, you know, what you'd be happy doing, but don't feel that, you know, you need to necessarily walk in the door of, you know, CBS with an audition tape in your hand. Because there are people who do that, but there are also people who don't and who, you know, end up getting jobs and being successful too. There are a lot of different ways, I think, to get there.
And don't be intimidated by a lack of experience, because
no one has
it.
No one has it.
No one expects you to have it either.
I mean,
I don't think.
Yeah, I went from an art publisher to journalism and actually being business journalism. I mean, you can learn it on the job.
Yeah, I don't think anybody expects you to have a portfolio or to have all of the answers. They know, they've been in your shoes and they know where you're coming from and that you just graduated. I think it's important to develop your personal elevator speech. If somebody should sit you down and say, who are you and what do you want? You should be able to answer that pretty quickly. I think you should develop your resume and get that tightened up because you're going to want to plaster that puppy everywhere. And I think it's important to study case studies. Who's done what well? Who's out there marketing well? You know, in the world, I can't tell you damn thing about journalism. I'm sorry about that. But I can tell you that if you want to be a marketer, I would be looking on websites. I'd be finding out who are the big marketing agencies, who are their clients, what are the big trade publications. You know, Sports Business Journal, Sports Business Daily. I would be looking at those trade publications. They post jobs in there. They say who's doing what in terms of there's a big event coming up, there's a big buy coming up, someone just got a ton of money, they're going to spend it. Those are where the jobs are, especially temporary jobs. If somebody has a new product launch, Pepsi's launching a new so-and-so, that means Pepsi needs help, whether their marketing agency needs help or they in particular need help. That's where the jobs are going to be. So I think it's important to read up and to be able to cite some good case studies. What did you like? What didn't you like? And absolutely keep your mind open when you talk to people. Expect to have your mind changed about your career path. I mean, you're just coming out of college. You don't know what's out there yet. You don't know every single nuance yet. So be prepared to have your mind changed and be open to that change and try new things.
So I would also recommend find somebody's actual name. Because if you put your resume out there to, you know, comments@vpr.net, the fact of the matter is you're less likely to get a look. And it doesn't have to be the senior producer or the senior editor or the
just
CEO. Yeah, and in fact, sometimes it can be more helpful if you know just a producer or a PA or somebody's actual name. Yeah, so that you can write and say, Susie, I'm graduating from Middlebury in 87 days. I really want to work. What should I do, and who should I call? And, you know, can I come in and have a tour? Can I come and shadow you for a day? And just having somebody's name.
And I guarantee they will have 8 other people who you could talk to and a bunch of other companies who might have a better position than this person thought.
You just have to know, get out there and let people know that you're looking.
Call the switchboard and fake it. Figure out the name.
If
you don't know anybody, we can still find their real name.
Could I just segue into, there's an incredibly valuable resource on our website that's called Midnet Online, and we have over 8,000 alum volunteers. I don't know if our current alums are on there, but if you aren't, I'm after you, thank you. Who that you can go on and get their email and write to them now. So don't sit there and say, I don't know anybody. You can sort them by industry, you can sort them by undergraduate major, graduation year, every which way, to location, to find these alums who have volunteered to do this for you. So,
and that's how I ended up getting my job, was through a Midnet alumni. That's how I got mine.
Whoa!
Before everyone breaks up, I did want to take an informal straw poll. How many people are interested in mass communications just in general? Marketing, advertising, something. Okay. How many people are interested in journalism? Okay. How many people have are interested in newspapers or writing? Okay. How many English majors are there? Okay.
How many people love sports? Everybody.
Yeah. And what about audio? Anyone interested in radio? Okay. Television or podcasting video? Yeah. Okay. That's good. Well, you know, that's really everybody in the audience. So the interesting thing is everything is kind of getting smaller and merging together, and that brings up a lot of journalistic issues that we haven't touched on. Of course, the ethics thing. And I was very aware of that, and people have heard this, I think, in the communications department before, but it was interesting. I interviewed the head of marketing for Doritos, and he was talking about their Super Bowl campaign and how, well, last year was the user-generated thing, and everyone's doing that. But this year they also wanted to kind of, try something different. They had people do American Idol style, competition, find somebody who's got a compelling, music. They're going to make a music video for you, and out of 3 finalists from thousands and thousands that they got from MySpace, they came to 1, and that was, I think after the first quarter in the Super Bowl, 42. And it was, basically, this girl was, playing her song. She was singing, she was grooving, and the Doritos brand was like this big in the corner, and it had nothing to do with Doritos, the message, anything. So I interviewed, the Doritos marketing manager on this, and yeah, they wanted to kind of connect with their audience. They wanted to hit people who had Doritos, and they also wanted to kind of give some goodwill there to connect with people. At the same time, they went to MySpace, which is owned by News Corp, and they also were talking to MarketWatch, a brand of Dow Jones, which is owned by News Corp, and they were, they were going to show that spot on the Super Bowl, which is on Fox, which is by Facebook. So in a way, it was hard to do the disclosure on that one, so we didn't. But as you can sort of see, there are many planets and spheres aligning, and it's difficult and a little bit dodgy to do these things.
Let's not end on the ethics.
But I just it's an interesting merging kind of world. So
One
keep
big
an eye
world.
out for
Everything
that.
is connected. That's
That's
the
right.
important thing.
There's
We're all
something out
connected.
there for all
There
of
we
you.
go. We're all connected.
So thank you to our panelists for today. You all got some useful information.
Thanks, Bud.
Thanks for coming. You're welcome.